Listen to that sound. This is not just roast pork. This is the ultimate Greek-style pork belly, crispy on top, meltingly tender inside. I will show you the exact steps to achieve this perfection in your air fryer.
Here in Greece, even in winter, nature is alive. The rosemary by the sea is in full bloom. On my balcony, the herbs are fresh and fragrant. We start by harvesting thyme and rosemary. This connection to nature is the heart of Aegean cooking. Let's build the flavor profile. I use only the yellow zest of the lemon. That is where the essential oils live. The white part is bitter, so we leave it behind. We add grated garlic, fresh thyme, and chopped rosemary. And of course, liquid gold, Greek extra virgin olive oil. To give it a deep color and smoky depth, I add smoked paprika. Mix it well until it forms a loose paste.
Here is the most critical step. Moisture is the enemy of crispiness. Dry the skin thoroughly. Now, score the skin. Why do we do this? These cuts allow the fat to render out and bubble up, creating that popcorn-like texture we love. Just be careful, cut through the fat, but do not slice into the meat. I started with a massive piece of pork belly, about 2 kilos. Since it was too big for just one recipe, I split it lengthwise. One half is set aside for a special stew coming later, but this half, this is destined to be the ultimate roast. Flip it over and massage our herb paste into the meat only. Then we create a foil boat. This technique protects the meat, keeping it juicy in its own juices while leaving the skin exposed to the dry heat.
Now, a crucial step. I wipe the skin with white vinegar. Don't worry, it won't taste sour. The acid helps to dry out the skin and break down the proteins. This is the secret to getting that bubbly, glass-like crackling we all want. Once dry, cover it generously with salt. The salt draws out remaining moisture. Remember, moisture is the enemy of the crunch. We put this in the fridge for a few hours, or better yet, overnight. The salt draws out moisture and seasons the skin deep down. Thyme is an ingredient here.
You might be wondering about the other half of this pork belly. I used the meat to make Prasotigania, pork bites with sweet leeks. That full recipe is coming in the next video, so make sure you are subscribed. But that recipe required skinless meat, so I was left with this beautiful skin with a generous layer of meat attached. I couldn't let it go to waste, so let's cook it alongside the main roast as a crispy chef's treat. A little salt, pepper, a good massage, and these will become the most incredible keto snacks later. Into the fridge they go. A few hours later, the meat is ready. The skin is dry and tight. We start cooking low and slow. Set your air fryer to 160 degrees Celsius, that's 320 Fahrenheit, for 45 minutes. This slowly melts the collagen without burning the skin. While the main roast cooks, let's prep the trimmings. I poke holes in the skin to help it bubble. Also, my pork belly piece was a bit too large for the basket, so I trimmed off some slices. We will cook these pork steaks alongside the trimmings. It's a bonus meal. 45 minutes later, we check the internal temperature. The thermometer reads 79 degrees Celsius, or about 174 Fahrenheit. This is the perfect checkpoint before the final blast. The meat is fully cooked and safe, and the collagen has started to break down. We still have the high heat step to go, which will carry the temperature even higher, ensuring the meat stays juicy while the skin gets crispy.
While it finishes, I'm getting my spiced cranberry chutney ready. If you missed that video, the link is in the corner right now. It is the perfect pairing. Listen to that scratch. That is the sound of success. But we cannot eat it yet. The meat needs to rest for at least 15 minutes. If you cut it now, all the juices will run out and the meat will be dry. Patience pays off. While the main star rests, we toss the slices and trimmings into the hot air fryer at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. Time to slice the main roast. Look at that structure. Juicy meat, rendered fat, and glass-like skin. Our bonus snacks are ready, golden and crunchy. To finish, I garnish with fresh flowering rosemary from the garden. The delicate blue flowers are edible and add a beautiful, subtle sweetness that contrasts with the rich, salty pork. If you are hungry now, please hit that like button and subscribe for more flavors from Greece. Would you try this with the chutney? Let me know in the comments. Kalli orexi.